The Xbox brand has had its ups and downs over the years, whether it's the long gaps between exclusives, the success of Game Pass, or the number of acquisitions. It's easy to forget then how much simpler the OG Xbox was back in the day, entering as the third big competitor in the console wars and quickly making an impact. Let's look back on some of the best Xbox games of all time and what made them stand out. Halo Combat Evolved. It's crazy to believe that Halo Combat Evolved began as a third-person shooter for the Mac. Developed by Bungie, the original game arguably took console first-person shooters to the next level, with giant sandbox levels that facilitated multiple approaches, an incredible soundtrack, and massive battles. Sure, the level design could have been better, but as many gamers' first introduction to Master Chief, it was perfect. Ninja Gaiden Black. When Tecmo unleashed Ninja Gaiden, a 3D reboot of its acclaimed NES side-scroller on the Xbox, few could anticipate the staggering difficulty and insane action. Ninja Gaiden Black took it to another level, incorporating 2 free DLC packs that revamped the story, improved the AI, added new enemies, and added the intercept skill for countering enemy attacks. Ninja Gaiden is already a hallmark action game, but Ninja Gaiden Black makes it much more incredible. Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. The third game in Sam Fisher's Stealth Chronicle was released on various platforms in 2005, but the Xbox version is considered the base. Regardless, Chaos Theory introduced numerous improvements to the franchise, like an oral monitor for managing one's noise levels, improved AI detection, a combat knife for close quarters combat, and triggered alarms no longer ending the game. Add some incredible missions, and Splinter Cell Chaos Theory remains the franchise's highlight. Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. BioWare set its sights on the Star Wars franchise with Knights of the Old Republic. Incorporating the storytelling expertise and quest design that the studio was known for, it featured round-based combat and a cast of lovable characters, like HK-47. With its stunning design and incorporation of the Star Wars mythos into something new, Knights of the Old Republic remains a masterclass in RPG design. Forza Motorsport. Before the Horizon Festival, 4K, and ray tracing, there was the original Forza Motorsport, a racing sim with 231 cars across 9 classes, with circuits ranging from Silverstone and Laguna Seca to drag strips and autocross. Career mode was in depth, offering a range of classes to master, but you could also hop into arcade mode for some short races. The sheer amount of upgrades and customization, along with the visual fidelity and realism, made this one of the best titles at the time. Project Gotham Racing 2. Bizarre Creations is probably more well known for Blur, but its arcade racing expertise was most apparent in the Project Gotham Racing series. Project Gotham Racing 2 was a venerable must-buy with its extensive car selection, over 102, and incredible production values. You could compete in the Kudos World Series with various events and races, or earn 60 medals in arcade racing with different challenges. If the online multiplayer wasn't enough, then a little game called Geometry Wars was available in the garage to extend that playtime into infinity. Half-Life 2. To say that Half-Life 2 was massively hyped would be an understatement, but seeing it surpass expectations was amazing. Even crazier is that it launched for Xbox after PC, translating the stunning dystopia of City 17, the flawlessly executed missions and pacing, and stellar new mechanics like the gravity gun onto the console without a hitch. Half-Life 2 did come to the Xbox 360 and PS3 about 2 years later, but it raised the profile of the OG Xbox all the more. Psychonauts. Ironically, one of the best games on Xbox in 2005 would ultimately see its studio purchased and the sequel published by Xbox Game Studios several years later. Nevertheless, Psychonauts is beloved for many reasons, with its endearing cast of characters, dialogue, gorgeous aesthetics, and fun mechanics. While the bugs and early pacing needed improvements, it was still a breath of fresh air for 3D platformers. Jade Empire. The martial arts RPG sees players embarking on a journey to avenge their master and defeat Emperor Sun Hai, making choices that align with the open palm or closed fist. With an enthralling story, fun combat, and solid visuals, it stood out as an underrated RPG for those seeking more BioWare goodness. Burnout Revenge. Following the success of Burnout 3 Takedown, Revenge leaned harder into destructive driving. It added vertical takedowns, allowing one to take down rivals by landing on them after a jump, new modes like traffic attack and crash, and of course, revenge takedowns. Even aside from the new features, there were 77 cars, 169 events in the single-player campaign, and several multiplayer modes, including 3 variants on Crash. The Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from Butcher Bay. Believe it or not, the best video game based on a movie series was released in 2004. The Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from Butcher Bay didn't try to adapt any of the actual films, but served as a prequel to Pitch Black. It saw Riddick attempting to escape the max security prison, seamlessly combining FPS, stealth, and melee elements into a fun experience. Having incredible visuals, facial animations, sound design, and voice acting, with Vin Diesel shining as Riddick, didn't hurt either. Fight Night Round 2. Wrestling and UFC games are still popular today, but back in the 2000s, EA's Fight Night series was where it was at. Fight Night Round 2 saw the return of Total Punch Control, where movements and attacks are mapped to the analog sticks, and we saw the addition of the Haymaker for stronger attacks. Throw in illegal maneuvers, a minigame where you heal cuts between rounds, an amateur boxing league, and greats like Muhammad Ali, Evander Holyfield, and more, and it's crazy not seeing it get more recognition. SSX 3. The SSX franchise was already acclaimed when the third game came out, but SSX 3 didn't sit on its laurels. It featured 30 types of snow and visual improvements, a free ride mode for exploring the world and seeing all the courses outside of races, new Uber tricks, and much more. This was in addition to the incredible music, stellar gameplay, trick variety, and events that made the series such a blast to play. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. How do you build on perfection, especially when the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater series has had 3 incredible titles in a row? Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 answered this by adding more and expanding on the series' core concepts. New tricks and returning combos, the new spine transfer and skitching mechanics, and a career mode, which allowed for freely exploring the larger maps, are only a few things that made it great. It even supported 8 players in various online modes. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Speaking of topping the best, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas went above and beyond GTA 3 and Vice City, with a much longer campaign, role-playing mechanics, an incredible range of activities, and multiple locations to explore. While it wasn't perfect, especially the controls and visuals, it remains a must-play title and a tour de force of storytelling. So what are your thoughts on this? Go ahead and share them in the comments below. And if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon to get new video updates. We upload every day and would really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.